over 40 and struggling to lose fat, it might be not your workouts or the metabolism, actually could be your habits. Today, I'm ranking the worst and the best habits that impact your fat loss for people over 40, from the complete wreckers to the game changer. Stick around to see which habit ranks number 1, because it's not what most people think. It's not walking, it's not eating whole foods, it's not sustainable diet, it's not sleep. So yeah, if you want to know what it is, then watch it until the end. Okay, so let's start with number 8, which is skipping the sleep. And why is it so harmful? Because poor sleep disrupts 2 hormones. First, this is the ghrelin, which is responsible for increasing the hunger, and the second one, it's the leptin, which is responsible for feeling full. Another thing is, because we are over 40s, unfortunately the ability of our body to recover properly slows down. And sleep, this is when our body recovers our muscles and also balances the metabolism. So here is the example. You might be training really hard, your eating habits are on point, but if you're just sleeping like 5 hours, then you are sabotaging your fat loss. And then also there is the increased risk of the belly fat. Pro tip, make sure that you create a proper sleeping routine where you've got enough of the quality sleep, where you aim somewhere around 7 to 9 hours per night. Okay, so let's move on to another poor habit, which is number 7 on our list, and it's drinking the alcohol. Alcohol slows fat burning because your body prioritizes metabolizing alcohol instead of burning the fat which is stored in your body. It also has empty calories, it reduces quality of your sleep, and quite often it leads also to overeating. It also messes with the hormone balance, especially with the testosterone and estrogen. So here is the example. Just take into consideration, for example, 2 glasses of wine per night. That equals somewhere around 1000 calories per week. And we're not adding all the calories from the snacking as well. Pro tip, try the 30 days challenge. So stay sober for 30 days and at the end, you'll see how you feel. Quite often you will find out, well actually, I like that, how I felt during those 30 days, and I may just extend not drinking for another week or another 30 days, and you just keep going until you just drop it completely. And if you want to know how I stopped drinking alcohol like 11-12 years ago, then here is the video that will give you more tips and advices. Next, poor habit on our list, which is number 6, it's excessive cardio without the strength training. And why is it harmful? Well, cardio burns plenty of the calories, however, it doesn't build muscles. And over time, it can lead to the muscle loss and the slower metabolism. As we age, we naturally, unfortunately, lose the muscles. So we don't want to have like a double effect from the cardio as well. But I'm not saying don't do any cardio. No, I'm over 40 and I'm still performing the cardio, but I'm also building the muscles. So the pro tip, balance is the key. So schedule something like 3 to 5 sessions for the strength training and have the cardio built around that. So you can do something like a low impact, which is walking and cycling, but you can also go for a jog. Ready for the last poor habits on our list, which is all or nothing dieting. And why is it so harmful? Extreme restriction backfires. If someone tells you you can't have this one, I can guarantee you that you will be thinking about that all the time. And this one can lead to the cycle of binging, guilt, quitting, and it's just like never-ending dieting. Pro tip, instead of concentrating on the extremes, focus on creating the sustainable eating habits. Just have a moderate, flexible approach that will give you the long-term success. Remember, it's not the race. And now we are moving to the best habits, and number 4 is prioritizing protein intake. And why this one helps? Protein is the most valuable player when it comes to the fat loss when we are over 40. I already told you that as we age, we naturally lose the muscle, so our muscle mass unfortunately decreases. However, proteins slow that process down. Another thing is, as we consume the protein, our body feels full for much longer and that means that you will consume less calories throughout the whole day and you don't overeat. Example, so instead of having the breakfast which is just loaded with the carbs, so for example cereal with the juice, swap it for the tofu scramble which is packed with protein. And pro tip, aim for 30 grams of protein per meal. And the easy sources of protein, it can be tofu, legumes, lentils, tempeh, and yogurt. Moving to habit number 3, which is being consistent, not perfect. Being over 40, our metabolism is not broken. However, our body responds slower to the inconsistent effort. So you don't have to be extreme. You just need to show up every single day, even if it's 70%. Example here, you've got a person who's working out 3 times per week and eats mostly clean for over 6 months, and that person will outperform the other person who's just going all in for 2 weeks and then burns out. Pro tip, build the habits that you can do even on the hard days. So focus on walking, sleeping, eating protein, doing the strength training, but doing all of this consistently. Habit number 2, strengthening your identity. So start seeing yourself as someone who's a healthy person, not just a person who's trying to lose fat. And why it matters? Because if you think of yourself as a person who's always struggling with weight or hates working out, then you will be fighting against yourself. However, the real and lasting changes happens when you start seeing yourself as someone who looks after their health, even in the small ways. So here is the example. Instead of saying, I have to go and exercise, think, I'm the kind of person who moves daily. Or another example is, instead of saying, I'm trying to eat better, just say, I'm making the healthy choices because I'm the person who cares about their body. And why it works? Because when you think that you are the healthy persons, your choices will match and you don't need any willpower. And now it's time for the number 1 habit, which is staying active outside of the gym and increasing the need. And what's the need? This is the non-exercise activity thermogenesis. And I know, it sounds complicated, but it's not. It's simply all the movements you do outside of the workouts. And why is it number 1? Because what you do for the 23 hours of that day matters most than 1 hour of your workout. And after 40, many people become more sedentary. It's because of the desk job, commuting, or playing on the phone. So yeah, your metabolism slows down. So NEAT is your superhero when it comes to the fat burning, because it's responsible for the significant portion of the daily calorie burns. And it's 100% in your control. And unlike the workouts, it doesn't stress your body, it doesn't need the recovery, and it doesn't rely on the motivation. It's sustainable, low impact, and build momentum quietly over the time. So example here, you've got 2 people who burns the same amount of the calories during the workout. However, person number 1 moves all day. So it's just like walking, fidgeting, gardening, cleaning the house, and the other person just sits for the 8 hours. So the first person will burn 100 calories more during the day. Pro tip, walk from 8,000 to 10,000 steps per day. If you've got a sitting job, if you've got a desk job, then set the alarm and then move for 2 to 5 minutes every hour. Walk the stairs, and then if you can, walk during the calls as well. That will help you to burn many more calories during the day. So there you have it, the worst or the best habits that will either stop your fat loss journey or they will help you to lose fat being over 40. It's not only what you do, but also who you become. Start with small changes and focus on building the identity of someone who takes care of their body, and your habits will follow. Don't wait for the perfect day. Start today. You've got this. And before you disappear, come on, do me a favor and subscribe, like it, and hit the notification bell. It costs you nothing, but it will help me to grow and spread the message, and hopefully to help many people with their fat loss journey being over 40. But right now, peace out.